What's going on, y'all? Coach Joe's in the house and classes in session because I'm about to put y'all on to some free game and y'all don't even deserve it. All right, let's get into it. On to episode 2 of our body recomposition series. I'm so happy to have you here. My name is Johanna. You can call me Coach Joe, CEO and founder of the Holy Fit Movement, and I'm here to help believers not only steward their health, but honor God in the process. So today we are going to be talking about how to build a workout routine that actually is going to get you results. Okay, so no more are you going to be Googling all these random workouts or going to a class here and there, sprinkle it in whenever you feel like it, or just going to the gym and just picking up some weights and just doing whatever you think is working. Or matter of fact, you don't even pick up weights at the gym. You just go to the gym and get on the machine and just do whatever. And you're not even really concerned about what weight you're doing. Or you're somebody who goes to the gym, but you don't even go to the weight section. Like all you do is hop on the treadmill for a couple of minutes and you're like, all right, that's a wrap. Look, I mean, or you don't go to the gym at all. But if you are one of the people in the other categories, then at least you're doing some movement, because some movement is better than no movement. But today, I'm really going to show you how to actually create a workout plan that is going to help you see results and are going to transform your body. So, quick intermission. I want to get into the verse of the day. Today's Bible verse comes out of 1 Timothy 4, and this is the Message version. Exercise daily in God, no spiritual flabbiness, please. Workout in the gymnasiums are useful, but a disciplined life in God is far more so, making you fit both today and forever. You can count on this. Take it to heart. As we are talking about training in the gymnasium, or the gym, as it says in the word, and how it talks about, yes, training in the gym is important, but it's also important to train our spiritual muscles, because it says in the word that we do not want spiritual flabbiness. We don't want to have flabby muscles in our faith. So I want to encourage you today to continue to get your reps in terms of reading your word, praying to God, seeking his face day in and day out, because it's going to strengthen your faith muscle. But in conjunction to strengthening your faith muscle, I want to encourage you today to also strengthen your physical muscle, because when you partner your faith with your fitness, it leads to lasting transformation and impact. Now let's get back into the video. So first step is choose how many days you can realistically go to the gym, okay? I recommend 3 to 5 days. You do not have to go 5, 6, 7 days. 3 days is more than enough to see the results that you want. But if you want to go all in and you have more flexibility, then 4 and 5 days is perfect. You do not want to go over or go under, especially if you are a beginner, because you want to do something where you can maximize your results, okay? Once you have decided how many days you can realistically go to the gym, then you're going to go into step 2. But keep in mind, when you are setting the days, please be realistic with yourself. If you know that your schedule is super busy, or you're someone who has a hard time staying consistent and committed to a certain schedule routine, start small and then build upon it. So start with 3 days. If you stay consistent for a few weeks of 3 days, then go to 4, then go to 5. Okay? Got it. Second step is I want you to decide whether you're going to go to the gym in the morning, evening, or during your lunch break. And this might sound so like small and minuscule based off the grand scheme of things, but this is going to help you. Why? If you decide what time of day you're going to go to the gym, then it's already set and ingrained in your mind that it's part of your routine. Just like if you have a work schedule, right? Normally, if you're working 9 to 5, you know that your work starts at 9, you finish at 5. Or if you're someone who has a more flexible schedule, your job usually gives you the schedule the week before, 2 weeks before, sometimes even 3 to 4 weeks prior to. So that's the same way I want you to operate with your workout routine, making sure that you dedicate it. If you are a calendar person like me, put the time slot on your calendar and make it a non-negotiable. Just like going to work is a non-negotiable, make this a non-negotiable and a time block in your day, okay? Now, once we got those 2 fundamentals out of the way, I want you to go to step number 3, which is decide what your training split is. So your training split is basically how you're going to divide the days based off of the different body parts that you want to train. So some popular splits that I recommend are full body splits. You can do full body posterior chain or anterior chain, full body hit days. You can do full body and just pick the muscle groups that you want to target for those specific days. You can also do push-pull legs, which is a very popular split. Pull are all pulling, so that's usually your back day exercises. Push which is usually chest day. And then legs is obviously all of your legs. Another common split is doing upper lower splits. So you can do upper body one day, lower body the other day, and then you can alternate between that. And you can also get a little bit more crafty. So you can do upper body day can be a chest and tricep focused day. The other upper body day can be a back and bicep day. And then the 2 other lower body days can be maybe a glutes and hamstrings or a quads and calves. Those are all different things that you can work around. And you can also combine these splits. So something that I like to do for my online clients, if they have 3 days out of the week that they can realistically go to the gym, I will either give them full body splits, or I will do 1 full body day, 1 upper body day, and then 1 other lower body day. So now they're hitting all those muscle groups twice a week, and that still gives them the 3 workout sessions within the week. So very practical, very sustainable. Find a workout split that works best for you. Again, if you are like, I don't want to create a workout split, I don't have time for that, then the Body Recomposition ebook is probably something that you should go and grab, because there's already a pre-made 4-day workout split that you can follow for 6 to 8 weeks. So why not already have something where the work is already done and all you have to do now is show up? Okay? Now that we have gotten that out of the way, step number 4 is to adjust your cardio based off of your needs. So you want to figure out what type of cardio you're going to do. If you are not a runner and you hate running, then you don't have to run. You can walk, you can cycle, you can go on the elliptical machine, you can do the Stairmaster. There's so many different cardio machines that you can utilize. So stop limiting yourself to one and only form of cardio, okay? Now, I will say this, depending on what stage you're in, is going to dictate how much cardio you're going to do and the style of cardio. So for my men and women who are in their severe calorie deficits, or they're in this crazy, dropping a lot of fat, I don't recommend overdoing the running. I don't recommend overdoing cardio where your heart rate is really high, only because it's going to increase your hunger. So if you're already in a calorie deficit, you're already hungry and starving, and then you're going to go do some crazy intense cardio in addition to your strength training, it is going to make you even hungrier, more likely to overeat, and it's not going to help you sustain your calorie deficit. Okay? So I would recommend doing things like walking, or if you're going to go on the Stairmaster or even the elliptical, doing things that are at a steady state. Now, if you want to incorporate jogging, if you have an Apple Watch or some sort of fitness tracker, just check your heart rate and see if it stays in that zone too. That will help you to stay at a moderate, calm, collective pace that will not spike any crazy hunger cues in you. Okay? Trust me, hear me out. And I want you to make sure that you don't skip this part. Cardio is an essential portion of this process, especially if you're trying to lose fat and build muscle and body recomp. I know there's a whole bunch of news out there about, oh, you don't need to do no cardio, skip your cardio, No, sweetie, don't skip your cardio. Find a cardio that's enjoyable for you and incorporate it into your workout anywhere between 3 to 5 days out of the week, okay? Similar to the strength training. You can add the cardio into your workout routines. So you can do the cardio right after your strength training sessions, or you can add the cardio on your rest days. All right. Now, going into the 7th thing, which is consider adding HIIT workouts at least once a week, or just on occasion every now and then, to your routine, if that is something that you enjoy. Now, I don't recommend HIIT to everybody, especially if you have high cortisol levels or you just have maybe issues with your joints, then that might not be something that's sustainable. But if you're someone who likes the extra thrill of it, you like the intensity of it, that HIIT maybe once every now and then will help you in terms of torching calories, but also keep things, fun and exciting. And there's just different ways that you can program your HIIT training in order to be able to make it fun and flexible. But this is something that you do not have to add, but I do find that it's fun. And HIIT can be anything like doing circuit workouts, sprints on a treadmill, or sprints outside, or just doing some type of interval training, jump rope intervals. There's so many ways that you can do like HIIT. You don't even have to go to the gym to do HIIT. Okay? So if you're someone who's like, girl, you give me a lot of information, I'm too lazy, I don't want to do all this extra work on my own, can you just give me the step-by-step blueprint and I'll just follow it? Like, I just want the information and just let me follow it. Then I do have a ultimate body recomposition ebook that I just launched that is rooted in faith, but also has practical science-based steps that's going to help you get to your goals. It's going to help you body recomp, which is lose fat and build muscle at the same time, all while honoring God, honoring your faith at the same time. So if this sounds like something you need, be sure to check the description.
Okay. So that's another tip. Now, I don't even know what number I'm on, so I'm just going to tell you the next tip. The next tip is also making sure that you do not forget your stretching and warm up, okay? Don't just show up to the gym and then just go lift the weight. You need to warm up. You need to stretch, even if that's just walking on the treadmill for like 3 to 5 minutes, grabbing a resistance band, doing some pull-aparts, doing some stretching to loosen up any tightness that is in your joints and muscles is going to help you perform better in your workouts, and it's going to activate your muscle. There's been a lot of times where I hear people say that I don't feel the exercise where I'm supposed to be feeling it, right? And a lot of times the reason why people are not feeling it where they're supposed to be feeling it is, one, they don't have good mind and muscle connection, or two, they didn't properly activate and warm up that body part that they were going to train for the day. So it's just not, it's not resonating and connecting well. That's the point of activating. So please warm up. Please stretch, and it's also going to help you prevent injury, okay? The last thing you want to do, especially when you're in the process of wanting to lose fat and build muscle, is to get injured. Because if you get injured, then sweetie, you're not going to be able to go to the gym for a couple of days or weeks, and that is going to stall your process, okay? If you're someone who's like, girl, how do I warm up? Comment below. I will make a separate video on warming up. And also, this is something that is incorporated in the body recomposition ebook, where I give you warm-ups for every single day, whether it's upper body, lower body, or full body, that you can do so that you can make sure that you are effectively going into your workout routine and preventing any injury. Okay. Now, the next thing that I want to say is a tip is make your routine fun. And sometimes, I'm gonna be real with you, it's not always gonna be fun, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you're doing the same thing week in and week out. But ways that you can make it fun is by maybe adding an occasional class or something. So for my colleagues who love to do Pilates or just love to go to classes on occasions, I would recommend that maybe once every now and then, whether it's once a month, one every other week, that you go try a class, right? I am pro doing classes. A lot of my clients, not only do they work out with me, but they also go to classes on occasions. And most of these classes usually are going to be more slower paced, or they're going to be the HIIT style workout. But if you decide to go to classes, please do not overdo it, because this is where you're going to run into the risk of overtraining and high cortisol levels. And I'm not recommending that you do classes only. Okay, they're a good addition into a well-rounded training program. So let's say you go to the gym 3 times a week and you want to go to Pilates maybe once or twice within a week. Now you have a 5-day split. That is perfect. If you are pre-booking, let's say a Pilates class, keep in mind the different body parts that they're going to be training for that class, so you don't overlap and that you don't have excess soreness the day after or when it's time for you to go for your strength session. Okay. The last tip that I have for you is to stay consistent for at least 4 to 6 weeks. Okay. Too many times people go to the gym for 1 week and they're like, okay, girl, okay, 1 week, 2 weeks, I feel like I'm not a new woman. I'm not a new man yet, so I'm just going to give up on the gym. That is not how it works. Yes, you can start to see some changing results within a week or two, but it's not going to be anything that's, oh my goodness, right? It's going to happen over time. So this is why I say dedicate anywhere from 4 to 6 weeks of consistently going, and then start to evaluate what your progress will be. And there are so many ways to track progress that's just not the number on the scale, especially when you are in a body recomposition phase, because the scale may not move tremendously, but your body fat percentage is going down. When you look at your before and after pictures, you can see that your waist is slimming down. Like my client Bria, when she first started training with me, within 4 weeks, you could see that her stomach was going down, but the scale didn't go down crazy yet because it had only been 4 weeks, right? So this is why I want to tell you, give yourself time to see those results. And your results are also contingent based off of your consistency, right? So let's say you start, let's say you get the body recomposition guide and you start the 4-day workout split that's in the guide. And you're like, okay, for the first few weeks, you go for 1 day, then you go for 3 days, and then the other week you go for 2 days. And then on the fourth week, you finally go for 4 days. You also have to understand that's also going to depict what your progress looks like as well. So if you know you haven't been being consistent, you can't be mad if by 4 to 6 weeks, you're still not seeing the progress that you want. You might have to give it another 2, 3, or 4 weeks, because anything worth having takes time, and the body of your dreams, the health of your dreams is going to take time. I'll put it like this. Think about how long it took you to get to the point that you are now, however old you are, right? And what makes you think that you're going to just undo it in just 1 month? And I know that it doesn't sound like, oh my gosh, I want to do this fast, but trust me, slow and steady wins the race. And you want this to be something that you maintain for long term, okay? I've had people come to me who have lost a crazy amount of weight in such a short amount of time, but they didn't take the time to build the habits and the sustainability, and they gained all of it back. And I don't want you to gain all of it back. This is why this guide is here. This is why we're on this video today, because I want to give you all of the tools and all the resources that you need in order to get in shape, honor God with your body, and yeah. So these are all my tips for today's video. Feel free to comment down below if you have any questions, because I will make a separate video that talks about the question that you have. Also, be sure to go check out and grab yourself a copy of the Body Recomposition ebook. The first few people to go grab that ebook based off of this video is going to get also a free copy of the 10 recipe ebook. So that's a great way to supplement your training in addition with adding that nutrition aspect, okay? See you guys in the next episode.